Oh, Vanessa. You can give your sister 2 minutes, can't you? I've been letting her work with that guy knowing that he's a...
Megan, don't. You can't say anything to anyone.
Yeah, I know. It'll be all over the news tomorrow.
Yeah, but still. Why didn't you tell me? It wasn't mine to tell, and I couldn't let her down again, and now I can't find her, so please, can we just do this later, yeah?
We need a bedazzle, man.
Wait, Charity's not back.
One. Didn't we have this conversation a couple of hours ago?
Well, has she called you, or...?
Oh, no. Because she knows I'd throttle her for leaving me in the lurch here.
Let's get some more, let's get some more.
We went to pick you up from the station.
Well, you must have just missed me.
Vanessa's out of her mind with worry.
I didn't ask her to be.
Not really how it works when you care about someone.
Well, I'm not really ready to see her gorgeous little face all disappointed when she realises I'm not actually brave enough to go after him, OK?
What was all that before, then?
I only went to the dude to give him back his dodgy cash. I never meant to lay it all out. But seeing him up there, lapping up all that praise, I mean, people think he's a saint.
Not anymore. He's been suspended. I've still got mates at the station. They're taking you seriously. You've got the ball rolling.
Well, not for long. They wanted me to make it official. No chance. Oh, go on, you've gone all quiet, judging quiet.
No.
You know, the last time I tried turning him in, they sorted it for him by sorting me. The reason you left the force, the reason so bad it turned you to God, didn't it?
Charity, you don't have to pick an argument with me. I'm not going to push you one way or another, because God knows you've had too much of that in your life.
But
the police I left is full of honourable people who are desperate for that lone, brave voice to take action against someone like Bales so they can stop him doing this to anyone else.
oh, fab. The old anyone else guilt trip.
It's the truth. Don't use your experience of the police all those years ago to stop you nailing Bales today.
You know, it's only been 3 years since he had me locked up. Harriet is still pulling strings.
We can stop him. If you really want to bring Bales down, now's your chance. Charity, this is D.I. Simmons.
Carol, please. I'm from the Professional Standards Department.
So, she's told you then that it's about one of your lot being an abusive...
I'd like to hear it from you.
Which is my cue to leave.
No, you don't have to.
If another party's present, there can be accusations of coercion.
OK. So what is it you want to know?
As much as you can tell me. Let's start with the first time you met D.I. Bales.
Yeah, sure. Well, I was 14, starving, needed saving, and instead I got him. And when his mates did me for the car theft, I knew Bales was right. It was bulletproof. So I left. And I went back to doing what I'd done before I met him. But far enough away so that he couldn't find me. That pretty much covers it. Are we done? Harriet? Take it she can come back now. So, what's next?
We need to make our investigations. Check the timelines match up.
They will.
Try and track down this landlord. Gather the facts and see what evidence we can find to prove them. If you can think of any other witnesses.
I gave you all the names I've got.
Do you have any kind of communications between you from that time?
I told you before, no.
Any photos?
No! We've been through this. I haven't got anything like that. Oh, great. So then this really was a total waste of time. Well, you might have mentioned the whole no evidence, no action before you made me dig at that scab all over again.
I'm not saying there won't be any action.
But...
These historic cases take time. They can't be proven without...
Evidence? Well, the only evidence I've got...
Anything you have will help.
Harriet, you're not listening to me. I don't have anything. So, yeah, this was a total waste of time.
But I reckon Badger, because
You doing a Greyfriars Bobby ain't gonna make charity all warm and fuzzy. Go home.
Are you ready for the answer?
Strike.
Well, I've just dredged up memories that I loathe because you said that was my chance to get Bales, only for it to be a total washout.
Was it?
Well, you saw her. Without proof, we've got nothing, have we?
And there's definitely no proof.
What, to take him down? Well, if I had it, do you think I could forget something like that?
No, I don't think you could.
Because I can't forget any of it. What he did to me, how often, how vicious, how one look from that man was enough to have me shaking. And even today, I'm still that helpless 14-year-old kid who's good for nothing except being his punch bag and... well, you know the rest.
What is it?
Why do you even care? I mean, I have been such a coward to some people, but you I took extra pleasure in winding up.
What do you have, Charity?
I loved it when Kane broke your heart.
What do you have to get Bales? What do you have?
I don't have it! I had it! Baby boy. Don't get your hopes up. Bales might not have even been the dad. He kept me to himself mostly, but you know, sometimes he would share me around for a bit of extra pocket money. Don't pity me.
I'm not. I'm just wondering where he is now, your son. If we could test his DNA against Bales, this is the proof you need. So, where is he?
I don't know. You can't breathe a word, you know. Debs know where they can't know.
Well, they won't, not from me. But we could track him. I mean, he'll have been fostered or adopted.
No. There's no point. He was lifeless. He's dead. And I'm not digging him up for this. Okay?
Hey. Just to give you a heads up, there's 4 pages in the Hot and Courier.
Oh, cut out the best bits, did you?
Well, no, because it's your private business and we'll keep quiet. And they didn't even mention your name.
I was being ironic.
Look, you don't need to put an act on with me. It's your life. I just thought you might want to know what's in the papers.
Thank you, Trace. I'll buy a commemorative copy.
He was in a picture too, with the campaign group. Such a hypocrite. I just can't believe I got him so wrong.
Well, let's see if the police agree, eh?
They will. It's what the professional standards officers do. Dish the dirt on each other.
There's no dirt though, babe, is there? Because Bales is Teflon man, isn't he?
Charity, you've got to have faith.
Well, I could be dead by the time this finishes. These cases take years.
Well, I'm in for the duration, so bring it on.
Yeah. Babe, will you do me a favour and stick an extra shot in there? It's like dishwater. Please don't mention the other thing, okay? Vicar's honour.
Obviously. Anything you tell me in confidence stays that way, but I think you should talk about it. No, you've already started the process. You can't just open a bit of the box. You need to come to terms with all of it.
Hey, thanks, babe.
Hey, didn't expect to see you back so quickly.
So, we had a chat with J.R. Bales last night. Told him you've got on record with your allegations, but there's not enough evidence to formally charge him right now.
You don't say.
We're going back nearly 30 years. Gathering evidence is going to take us some time.
And in the meantime, he gets to be in charge of his campaign, does he?
No. He's been taken off frontline duties for now, so there's no risk you'll bump into him. I'll be in touch. What's that? Plain clothes.
Nothing gets past you, does it?
That girl in the paper, it's here, isn't it?
Well, you know, with Tracy in a campaign, I couldn't stand there watching him get away with it.
Good. You've actually done a really brave thing.
No need to sound so surprised.
I'm just sorry that I didn't help you do that before.
Wasn't the right time before, was it? More to the point, it's Noah in there now, home for his dinner, complaining of the lack of prawn cocktail crisps.
You want to tell him?
Okay, look, you're going to hear this anyway, so I want it to come from me. You've seen the news, yeah? About that slime ball, Bales. Excuse me, Kane, we're having a family meeting.
Well, yeah, no, that's why I'm here. There's no one serving in the bar.
Where's Rebecca? Well, she's probably in the kitchen, putting glasses in the oven or whatever.
Hi. Oh, sorry, I just need a signature for the meet.
What news? Who's Bales?
Moira, you may as well hear this as well now, OK? He's a copper. I was 14. It was after I'd had Debs, OK? My dad kicked me out. So I was living on the streets. I was working on the streets. And that's when I met Bales, OK? And he found me a flat to live in.
For free?
No, babe. No. Not for free. I had to do what he wanted. So I told myself that he was my boyfriend, but it wasn't that. No, it wasn't that.
Did he make you have sex with him?
Why didn't you tell me?
Please. Don't kick off right now.
And you didn't report him at the time?
I tried to. I mean, come on, I was a kid with a record. He was a copper, yeah, so...
I covered it up.
But hey, I'm going about this the right way now. I'm doing the right things. I'm talking to the police and they're investigating everything. It's just they need to get evidence to get him, OK? Are you with me so far, babe? Because I hate telling you this, and I didn't think I'd ever have the need, but yesterday I made a bit of a scene in front of some cameras and journalists. So I need you to know the facts, yeah?
But are they facts, though?
What?
Are you really telling the truth?
So I've just told you something really difficult, and you think I'm making it up?
Leave it, Charity.
Babe, why would you say that?
One word. Joe.
Can't blame everything on Joe.
Let's just let Noah speak. Go on, darling.
The last time we had a big talk, it was about my dad. About how he hated you enough to kill himself.
Yeah, but that wasn't my fault.
Joe reckons it was. And it's not just my dad. You're the reason Declan left. And you almost sent Sam to prison. And you took Marlon's savings. You lie about everything.
Not this. This is way too serious.
More serious than selling me to Aunt Zoe. I want to trust you, but I can't.
They'll find him. He won't have gone far.
Done it again, haven't I? Not put him first. I mean, he's a kid. Of course it's too much for him.
He's about the same age you were when Bales abused you.
But he's right, isn't he? His whole life, I've just told lie after lie.
But it goes back to that time. The way he treated you, it's linked.
Oh, great. Is that your diagnosis, Dr. Woodfield? If I tell Noah that I'm a screw-up, that will help, will it?
I'm saying you don't have to apologise for anything.
My own son doesn't believe me, so what hope have I got convincing anyone else?
It's gonna be hard telling your family.
But if Noah's freaking out now, then how is he going to cope when he hears Bales' side? Hey. Oh. I might have known you'd go running to him.
I found him, actually.
Of course you did.
I'm sorry to hear about what you've been through.
No, I told him.
Oh, great. Because I really needed his pity.
I'll leave you to it.
So, your brother's not so useless then?
I'm sorry for being horrible. I hope that copper goes to prison for what he's done.
So do I, babe. But he might not, because he's denying that it's ever happened. And he's going to keep doing that.
Obviously, because he's a policeman and you're just a kid.
Yeah.
And we know he's guilty.
Come here. Hey. You okay? Yeah. We had a bit of a family council.
I better get Johnny if we're heading out. I will see you in a bit. Mwah. See ya.
See ya. How did Debbie take it? Yeah. They all know now. Know about all of it? I was on the verge. Okay, honestly, I was. But it's too much for Noah. Kids are resilient. I don't need to tell you that. Don't leave it too long.
Another day at work, eh? Then again, how hard can it be sitting behind a desk all day? Yeah, exactly. All right, lover girl, I've got to go. Oh, and Charity, don't miss me too much, yeah? You too. See ya.
I'm her mother. She should want to talk to me about anything, but she just keeps pushing me away.
Oh, she's been through a lot. She'll be exhausted.
No, babe, she don't want anything to do with me. She don't want me near her. And you know what? I don't blame her. Because I wasn't there for her when she was a kid, was I? Now I've left it too late. She don't want me, she don't need me. Never did.
Of course she does. They all do. Noah, Moses.
You look lovely. Going anywhere nice?
Heading into town.
Oh, well, enjoy.
No. My life is a car crash. Let's face it, I'm a rubbish mom. My kids and my grandkids all hate me. And do you want to know why? Bales. Because he got away with what he did to me. And I've been left with a life sentence. He taught me that I was worthless and unlovable, and I've spent my life believing that, so guess what? My kids believe it too.
You've done your best. That's all any of us can do.
Hi, it's me. I need a favour. It's a long shot, but you're the only person who could do this. A baby, he died years ago. I need to find his grave.
Haven't had bad news, have you?
No, I'm on my way to see her now, actually.
Your daughter is tougher than 100 gun-toting burglars put together.
Yeah. Well, she's mine, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. She's yours, all right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, babe. See you later.
Nige, wasn't supposed to be hearing back from you yet. Well, 'cause quick usually means you've drawn a blank. Go on, then. What have you got? Well, Charity, hang on a sec. Could you email that over to me? That's great, thanks. Yeah, chat later.
Before you start, I haven't got an update, OK? Nobody's been charged, no one's got any evidence, so please, for once, can we just not rake it up again?
We both know where they could find some, though, don't we? And if they did, he's looking at 15 years at least. But I heard you talking yesterday. That man changed the course of your life. Your relationship with your kids, partners, everything. There is something you can do. You can make him pay for it.
Not like this. That box stays closed.
That baby boy you had, it's the only thing left, the only way to a conviction. Those records, the DNA, if there's any chance... There isn't, okay? It's not worth it. Look, I've just spoken to...
Harriet, just stop! He's dead. He's gone. No one is going to find him. And Bales, he's a cockroach. He survives. A wild goose chase from my dead little boy isn't going to touch him. He's hopeless. And I've accepted that, okay? You should too.
Dead little boy.
We are counting down 90 from the 90s all week, and this one is a killer. It's a Damski.
She said it was a difficult birth. She wasn't sure how he died, but there were complications. She was only 14. I'm sure she'd have told you herself when she was ready.
She's not much of a talker. And I get why she didn't.
Well, that's the only reason I pushed. I thought it might help to find out more.
More?
What exactly happened to him? And if he wasn't cremated, well, there might be a grave somewhere she could go and visit.
To say goodbye.
And there's the possibility of finding DNA.
That's a lot to face.
Yeah. She just told me she won't go there. Doesn't have to stop us, though. I asked a friend of mine to do some digging. He didn't get anywhere with the official records, but he found a lead at the hospital, someone who worked in maternity in 1990, it still does now. She might be able to help. And if we get that DNA, it might prove Bales is the father.
Then all of this wasn't for nothing.
How's the world's worst patient doing?
Great. The nurses love me because I keep trying to get out of bed on my own.
Is it the pain, babe? Do you want me to get a nurse?
It's just a shock.
Actually,
She said that she could really do with some decent food.
yeah. You check what they've got in the canteen for me.
What's the big secret?
Nothing.
Fine, well, I'll get it out you when I get back.
If this woman's close to retirement, she must have delivered literally hundreds of babies.
True.
So how is she going to remember the one we want at all?
It was New Year. Charity was really young. I'm hoping it stood out. And if it didn't, she'll have access to the records here. Maybe she'll take pity on us and help us find what we need.
Even though there's data protection and all that.
Yeah, why do you think I'm wearing a dog collar and a smile? Irene Stocks, yeah.
Not in today. Sorry.
Can we leave a message?
Or maybe you could help? If it's about a patient, I can't talk to you without permission. Sorry.
It's not a current patient.
She gave birth here in 1990, but the baby died, and we're trying to trace what happened to him. The mother left before she knew.
Well, she's here now. Don't tell them anything.
Charity.
No. I said no and I meant no.
I heard what you said in the car. She had to explain. I'm sorry.
Yes, so am I. Forever being stupid enough to trust you.
Charity, I know it might not look like it, but we were trying to protect you.
This isn't some mystery to solve. This was my life. I lived it. It was real.
I know, and I'm so sorry. Right, come on.
You went behind my back again.
This is different.
It's exactly the same.
I swear it's not. We were going to find out what we could and then leave it there, your decision. No police, nothing. I wouldn't do that to you again, I promise.
You're a bit late to find anything here, aren't you?
Harriet's traced this midwife who might remember you. That's who we came to see. How did you know where we were?
Because I was just passing. Deb's wanted something from the canteen.
Right, is she any better?
She didn't seem it, no. God, I hate hospitals. I was going to tell you about him. My son. That day, but, you know, after saying all that other stuff.
You don't have to explain.
I blocked it out. For ages, I had to.
Harriet thinks you might need this. Perhaps you wouldn't have told her if you didn't. Maybe you've got questions too.
Yeah, maybe.
And if you get the answers, then you might feel like you can let him go.
How does the digging him up part fit into that?
You decide. If we found him, you'd have complete control.
What, like I did today?
Charity, if you want to let him rest, then we let him rest. But it would prove that you were underage. That you couldn't consent. We'd have a much better chance of getting him for rape.
Only if he was a match.
You were at his place for months. He'd have to be, wouldn't he?
I told you to be ready.
He wasn't always on his own. A couple of them were police. Because I'd listened through the door after, and it was obvious. Probably why it went away so fast when I reported him. And each time he brought someone new, I tried every trick in the book to get him on side. Begged. Cried. All of it. But even the ones who made promises never dared cross him. Said they'd come back for me, but they never did. So I stopped trying.
Or we'll tell them that. They'll have to look at everyone he worked with, test their DNA. I mean, one of them might be a match even if Bales isn't.
But we've nothing to match them to.
Yet. Every man who stepped in that flat knew it was wrong. Every single disgusting one of them. You were a kid. And they should have helped you, but they didn't. They don't deserve to get away with it, to be out there somewhere having a cosy little life like nothing even happened.
No pressure then.
I'm sorry. But you know, if we stop looking, it doesn't mean he won't get found. If Bales knows that's the only thing that'll incriminate him, he'll want rid of it.
No. He never knew I was pregnant.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. First time I got pregnant, I didn't have a clue. My dad only talked about racing, drink and God. He warned me off lads, but I never put two and two together. Just thought babies got delivered to the hospital. After Debbie, it was the one thing I knew I couldn't stand. I could take the rest of it, but just not that again. So I tried to make it go away on my own. It's the only thing I could think of. He used to keep me drunk a lot at the beginning. So he didn't mind me necking it. Brought me as much as I wanted. I know it sounds bad.
You were scared.
Not just of having a baby. Of what he'd do to me if he knew. Because that'd be a problem then, wouldn't I? One he might need to get rid of. There's no way I could tell him. I was so skinny. Half starved. Didn't get much of a bump at first, but I knew I had to stop it before I was showing.
But it didn't work.
Kid was a scrappy little thing, wasn't he? He wasn't ready to give up. And he wanted me to know it. He gave me a sign. I remember it really clearly. One minute it was just me, hating Bells' guts and feeling sorry for myself. And then suddenly, there was two of us. So I stopped. Looking back, I must have done a load of damage already. But I started to hope that I might save it. That we'd get out. That it would be mine. And that my dad couldn't take it off me. And I'd make up for stuff. Have a second go after Debs. It was like I wasn't alone for the first time in ages. And he'll never know this. But I'm pretty sure that little boy saved my life. Because I had a ticking clock, didn't I? I had to get my act together. Be smarter than him. And I was tons, but he had all the advantages. So I had to find one for myself.
No, I'm telling you, you're not bringing anybody else through that door. I won't do it no more. I can't.
So I wound him up.
No more.
I was good at that.
No, I mean it. I said no.
He left me alone sometimes after he knocked me about. But he underestimated me. Like a lot of people did back then. I told you I lived at his keys, didn't I? First car I ever stole.
Drove his own squad car to the station.
I would have killed to see his face when he saw it was gone.
But you didn't tell them about the baby.
I thought he'd find me, do something. I didn't want to give him another reason to come after us. I managed to talk a mate into letting me crash at hers. I went into labour not long after. Told them I was Deborah at the hospital. To be safe. I don't know how far along I was, but I knew it was too soon.
I know how scary that is. I can't believe you had that on top of everything else.
Well, I was beaten, half-starved, borderline alcoholic. My baby never stood a chance. I was an idiot to think I could save him.
Did you have anybody with you at the hospital?
No.
Dad, I'm not, please.
I rang my dad, but
Just come get me.
he'd heard I was on the game, so he didn't want to know. Stay away. Don't tell anyone. So I had to do it again. On my own.
All right, love. Just try and breathe, okay?
But it was different to Deb's. Something wasn't right.
Okay. Just a moment. Back in a moment. Dr. Fenwick?
Yeah?
It's a bit of a problem at the moment. I've had a check, but I'm wondering if maybe the umbilical cord's wrapped around its neck or something. But if you could just have a check.
He said something about him being in distress. And all I could think of was that it was my fault because I drank and I didn't want him.
No, it sounds like a complication. And they happen. They happen. They can happen to anyone.
That's it, good girl. Good girl. Just one more, just one more. Come on. Stay strong. That's it, that's it. I can see it coming. It's coming. Good girl, well done.
They told me I had a little
Got
boy.
a boy.
But he didn't cry. He didn't cry. And they were trying to help him, but everything was so quiet.
What's going on? It's all right, love. They just need to check he's okay, all right? Just relax.
And I just knew. That quiet was the worst thing I'd ever heard.
It's okay, okay? It's all right.
So I asked them what was up with him.
You need to give him a minute. Sometimes they just need a minute, okay? You must be exhausted.
They just said that I should prepare myself. He wasn't breathing on his own. He told me to stay put and wait. But I had this little hat that I'd bought for him and I got it into my head that he might be cold without it. So I went to see where he was. And I saw them trying to bring him round. He was dying. Right in front of me. And I couldn't stand it. So I left him. I left him all on his own.
Four, three, two, one. Happy New Year! Should all the acquaintance be forgot?
You're gonna be all right.
I don't want Bales to know. I don't want him to know that that child even existed. And I don't need to find him. I want him to rest. Left alone. He's passed away. And that's that.
I think he wants to see you in the new year with us.
Well, hello. Welcome to the world, little fella. Your mummy got a bit upset. But she'll be back soon. I promise.
FYI, Noah's brandishing a 20 he said you gave him. Is that...
Yeah. Cost me 50p, this did, from a hospital charity shop. That's all the money I had.
And you've been holding on to it for this long?
More like I just forgot it was there, to be honest.
Charity being in this isn't going to stop you thinking about him.
I thought I told you to pack it in.
And I will. Once you've found out what you need to. Where he's laid to rest. If it was me, I'd want to know. This isn't about Bales, it's about you. You had a baby 27 years ago. You were a kid. A pregnant, abused kid who no one believed. How are you supposed to know what to do?
I need to go see Deb. She's demanding a makeup. That's a good sign, isn't it?
Look, changing the subject won't work. It's unfinished business, and it always will be till you say goodbye.
But I lost my right to do that when I ran away.
No, you didn't. You're still his mum.
Yeah, I suppose. Look, we'll be at the hospital anyway, won't we? So maybe we could...
Yeah. Well, Harriet's midwife, she wasn't there yesterday, so... Well, she might be on shift today. It's the right place to start, yeah?
You know, the midwife we're looking for is called Irene Stocks. She's retiring soon, so we really need to catch her now.
Hi, we had a chat yesterday, do you remember?
Oh, yeah. You're after Irene. Wait a sec.
I'll see if she's free. She's probably with a patient, isn't she? It'll be a first baby, it'll be a big one, they'll be waiting hours.
Just relax,
Can't
Charity.
relax, can I? Got my expectations now, thanks to you and your ex-copper tentacles. Those three ladies.
Oh, how can I help? My friend had a baby here.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago, but I think it was you who looked after me.
Well, how long's a long time ago? I've been here since the Ark. Reckon I'm on 1,500 babies at least.
It was 1990, New Year's Eve.
She was a teenager, so thought you might remember.
The doctors took him away. You said there were complications and that I should wait, and I did. I waited ages. But then I went to try and find him. And I saw you all huddled round him. And I knew he wasn't going to make it, so I ran away. So I didn't really get a chance to find out how he died.
I'm sorry.
Please take your time, because I look really different from back then. I was a right gobby little urchin with a massive attitude.
It's Charity Dingle.
But I actually told you, Deborah.
I wasn't here back then. I was on secondment, you know, district midwife's team.
But hang on.
Look, I don't know how you got my name, but, well, it couldn't have been me. I'm sorry you've had a wasted trip.
I mean, like the same midwife would still be here. Who the hell was I kidding?
That was worth a try.
And no offence, but you're rubbish detective. I mean, no wonder your PI agency panned.
Okay, so the other option is we get the police to request the hospital records.
What, with Bales and his spies? Oh, yeah, I can see that working.
Yeah, we'll keep it on the down low. They're on your side and they've got more power than I've got.
No! I'm sorry, I don't want the police stomping on his grave before I've even...
You were told to keep away from me.
You're pregnant?
Yeah, try and control yourself, Charity. Not the place to make a scene.
You poor cow!
There's nothing in your allegations, or he would have been charged.
Chloe, don't even go there.
It's lack of evidence, that's all. I mean, you're married to a copper. Surely you know half these cases don't even make it to court.
My wife is pregnant. Now back off or I'll call security.
We've got this. Come on.
No, you need to listen to me. And I'm sorry that whenever you see me, I seem to be ranting like a loony, but you've got to hear this stuff. He targeted a 14-year-old kid. He pimped me out to his mates. And I trusted him. I thought he was the hero copper looking out for me.
I'm sure you had a terrible time in prison. I'm sorry for you. But getting revenge on my husband isn't going to help.
Oh, my God, you still don't get it!
You've wasted enough police time. You're lucky not to be charged. Now, please accept that it's over.
Charity, no.
Maybe he thinks he's won. I'm not having that. Where are you going?
Chloe, go to the car.
No, stay!
Charity, I really wouldn't advise this.
Ignore all of it. She's either drunk or delusional.
Well, not delusional enough to forget about the baby we had.
What?
I was pregnant. Yeah, but you didn't notice. Because we had no baby scan, no pretty little fowl with my name on it. Because I was just a piece of meat to you, wasn't I? And that's why I ran away. Because I was going to be showing at some point, wasn't I? And I knew what you'd do.
There's no baby.
Oh, yeah, I tried that. Denial. I'd already given one kid away. Why would I care about this one? But it's all I had in that room that was mine, that you couldn't take away from me. So I quit the booze, picked my moment. Do you remember? When I pretended to faint, when you smacked me round the head, and then I robbed your keys, tried to report you. That was a joke, wasn't it?
You still think she's faking?
And he didn't make it, by the way. He never stood a chance. And so I'm here now to find him, because it's evident, you see.
Evidence that you're a very damaged individual. Your lies don't work, so you invent a baby.
Not invent. And believe me, I wasn't going to bring him into this. But at least it means there's a point to all of this. If our child gets you put away.
He had a little tuft of hair, just like Debs did.
What?
I was just thinking, if I had a little lock of his hair, you know, we could use it for the DNA and we could leave him alone.
So you're going to tell them, the police?
Well, if they even take me seriously after waiting this long.
They will. They'll understand what it's costing you. I know this is horrible, but think of the other girls he could have hurt. All the Tracies he's lied to. His wife, his kids. That poor little baby you lost. It shows the man he really is.
It's a waste of time with Irene, but like Harriet says, there's the official route. Whatever it takes, I'm gonna see this through. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Take it that was the police on the phone.
Yeah, they're gonna send an officer around in a bit to go through everything with me and take a DNA sample.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, well, it's not got Bales rotting in a cell yet, has it?
Well, you will. You'll get justice.
Saw Chaz earlier. So excited about this baby she's having. And you know, all I could think of when I was looking at her bump was how her kid, all kids, that baby his wife's carrying, they all deserve to be safe.
Did you tell her what was happening? You can't bottle up everything that he did to you. You had a kid you've grieved over for years. She'd want to know, she'd want to help you.
Oh, come on, she's in this little bubble, isn't she? So I want her to stay happy.
Which is all I want for you as well. We are going to do this. We will prove what he is. And we will beat him. We'll extract your DNA from this sample.
Okay. You're going to do the same with Bales then, are you?
I assure you, we're taking this very seriously, Miss Dingle. First, we'll work on finding out what happened to your son. Then, yes, we can request a sample.
And how long does this all take? I mean, are we talking months?
The information you gave us should make finding records relatively straightforward. I'd say days. I'll get the samples safely over to the lab.
You're really going to try and do this, aren't you? Prove what he did.
I promise you, we're doing absolutely everything we can.
Thank you. So those tests, it proves they're listening to me, doesn't it? They believe me.
Why don't we go for a walk? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go and look at some ducks. Just what this day needs.
May I come in? Back already? What's happened? You might want to sit down.
You might want to just tell me.
Records indicate that 5 babies were born in the hospital on the date you gave, but only one, a boy, was abandoned.
Mine?
He was named Ryan by hospital staff.
So they took care of him then? Even named him before he died. Okay?
There's no easy way of saying this, Miss Dingle. The boy left at the hospital that day. He's still alive.
My baby was dying.
The records show he survived the birth.
Oh, this is the wrong baby then.
I've been drinking heavily throughout the pregnancy, so... He's dead.
It's okay.
No, she needs to know this because she's wrong. My baby wasn't crying, okay? He was too small, so they took him off to a little room and I followed him and he was flatlining, okay, because I saw. So please don't come in here and tell me things that are wrong.
I realise this is a big shock, but the records will be accurate. The baby survived the birth, and he was adopted.
So if this Ryan is him, what happens now?
We proceed with caution.
What does that even mean?
Our priority right now is to get an agreement to give DNA, which will prove your case. Our officers are trained and they will do this with extreme care, although there is the possibility that Ryan may not want to cooperate.
So you're still going to find him then? Did I?
This is good news. All that guilt you've carried for years and your baby lived. Won't be a moment. Charity, this is not your fault.
How'd you work that out? Mother of the year again, me, aren't I? Except I usually check for a heartbeat before I throw them away.
You've grieved for him for all these years.
He's gonna wish I was dead.
No!
What an intro. Some cop outside your house. Excuse me, lad. So your mum was a hooker, your dad was a pimp. Can you just cough up a DNA sample for us?
It won't be like that.
It'll be exactly like that.
That was my colleague on the phone. They've just called at the listed address for Ryan.
Didn't want to know, did he?
They've moved away. The neighbours don't know where to. No forwarding address and nothing throwing up on our system. But please don't worry. We'll keep on searching.
Babe, look, you can sit and have tea with the vicar all you want. I need to get to work.
You're not going in today. Do not pretend all of that didn't just happen.
Well, you heard. It's over, he's gone.
And they'll find him.
So? He's your son, he's alive.
And he hasn't been in my life for 27 years. So dead or alive, what difference does it make?
I saw your face when she said Ryan survived. You care, Charity. Your son is out there.
Do you want to know what's going on in my head right now? Because it's not hearts and flowers and happy reunions. Because if he is out there, he's going to hate me, isn't he? So yeah, maybe it's best if they don't find him and he doesn't find out the whole stinking reason he's on this earth. Better the whole thing is buried like he was supposed to be. No, I'm going to work. Just leave me alone.
She didn't mean any of that.
So that's it. That's all you've really got for me then.
I'm sorry I can't tell you any more.
You any idea how hard this is for me?
Hey, come on.
I know this is difficult.
Difficult? I mean, I've just learned I've got a 27-year-old kid out there somewhere and I've snuck away from home so I can talk to you and all you've got to tell me is, oh, we might have some news for you soon.
We were kind of hoping you'd have tracked Ryan down by now.
Yeah, so did we. We ran into a problem. I can't go into detail.
Oh, here we go.
But it appears the adoption process was more complicated than usual.
Complicated how?
Well, Charity, she can't tell you.
I know this is hard, but rest assured, as soon as we've made progress, we'll be in touch.
So D.I. Simmons leaving earlier. Any news?
Sore point as it happens.
Complication with the adoption information.
Well, I don't know if this'll help, but I found something. Got a friend who does archive work for the Courier. I'd have got it to you sooner, but she missed it, probably because it was so small. Date's 1991. That's your case, about halfway down. Midwife, Irene Stocks.
Midwife Irene Stocks said the young woman was obviously in distress but ran off soon after giving birth. So she was there. I knew I recognised her.
Yeah, and she was lying to us. Question is why?
I guess we freaked her out.
Or she's the complication.
What do you mean?
What if whoever adopted him permanently actually worked in the hospital he was born in? The maternity ward, even.
As in the midwife.
I mean, that's going to be an extra obstacle for the police, isn't it? Another load of rules for them to get round before they can even speak to her, let alone tell us anything.
And if we got to her before they did, she freaks out, maybe goes to ground.
Irene could be the one who ended up adopting Ryan. Because let's face it, we find her, and then suddenly the police tell us the adoptive parents have disappeared. I'm sorry, but that is not a coincidence.
Look, I've got to get going, but I want you to promise you're not going to take this any further. It's an ongoing investigation. The police find out we've been interfering again. That could cause problems for them, and that'd mean problems for you getting to Ryan.
Well, there's not really much I can do.
It's a hell of a leap anyway. I mean, would they even allow Irene to adopt him?
Well, I don't see why not. And that could explain why she wanted nothing to do with us. And assuming she is Ryan's adoptive mother, why she did a disappearing act afterwards. Anyway, I'll see you.
So, what? Well, what next, obviously? Look, I need to get back to work too, but you're really going to leave this alone, yeah? I mean, we don't know anything for sure, and like Harriet said...
Look, the only reason I am doing this, babe, is to get the DNA so we can send Bales down. I'm not going to jeopardise that, am I? Nothing else matters. I hope this is good news.
Partly. We found Ryan.
Yeah, we already know where he is. He's with Irene Stocks, isn't he?
I can't confirm that.
You don't have to. I found an old newspaper article. Or are you going to tell me I got the wrong end of the stick?
Knew it. I'm trying to follow procedures. If you compromise that...
We won't. We want to do everything by the book. Don't we?
Yeah, I just want Ryan's DNA.
I'm afraid, at the moment, he's not prepared to do the test.
Well, he has to.
The point is, he doesn't.
Right, so what happens now?
Nothing. For the moment.
His dad raped Charity.
Why won't he help us?
All he knows is a serious allegation has been made against his birth father. It can take a while to process something like that.
And how long's a while?
I know you want Bales brought to justice. We all do. But we need to proceed with caution. Unless we can persuade Ryan to take the test, all we have is circumstantial evidence.
What's he like, anyway? Did he ask about me?
Like I say, I can't go into detail.
In other words, he didn't. Well, why should he? I mean, I've been no kind of mother to him, have I? So...
It's early days. Leave it with me.
They've made contact. That's a good thing.
Clearly it isn't.
We just need to be patient.
What, sit and wait on the off chance he'll change his mind?
Well, he might.
I can't blame him if he doesn't. As far as he knows, I abandoned him at birth. Why should I do him any favours? If I could just talk to him. You know, explain stuff.
Unfortunately, that's not how this works.
No, I know. Oh, hi. Again. I spoke to you the other day. I'm looking for Irene Stocks.
She retired last week. Same day you came here, actually.
Are you sure about that?
I organised the leaving, do.
Oh, right, so you're good mates then? I need to get in contact with her. Have you got a number?
I can't give out that information.
Look, it's really important. I'm trying to find my son, and she knows where he is. You've got to help me.
Honestly, I can't.
Has she put you up to this?
What are you doing?
I just need a number from you, OK? Stupid Jobsworth.
Are you all right, Rach?
Not really.
Will you just tell me?
I think you should calm down, madam.
Don't call me madam, yeah?
Fine, we'll do it that way.
Get off me. Get off me!
I'm really sorry about
Don't
this.
apologise for me. Just trying to speed things up.
By getting arrested?
She wasn't arrested. I explained the situation to the hospital staff. They were very understanding.
Yeah, well, not understanding enough to give me Irene's phone number.
We've discussed this. It's a very delicate situation.
And I have a right to know!
No, you haven't. I'm on your side.
Well, why did you keep me locked up at the police station all afternoon?
Because you needed to calm down. If you carry on jumping to conclusions or start hassling people, you're going to jeopardise your case. I'll be in touch.
What case have I got anyway? He don't want to know me, does he?
Right, you need to let her do her job. It's your only hope if you want justice.
Oh, right, you think this is just about Bales getting sent down, do you? I've got a kid out there somewhere. He's not even a kid anymore. The baby I thought died is 27 years old.
So this isn't just about the DNA?
I'm his real mother, not some flipping midwife. If I'd known he'd survived, if I'd been told. Lost all those years. So yeah, I want to meet him. I want to get to know him. I want to make things up to him. Say sorry. But it doesn't look like I'm going to get the chance now, does it?
Not. Neck this. I'm taking you into town.
Oh, we just get blood and pretend everything's fine, do we?
I was thinking a movie and a pizza.
No time. I don't even know what he looks like. Is he tall? Is he short? Is he ginger? Has Irene said anything about me? Probably not. If she has, I bet it's not any good.
You need to stop torturing yourself.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I've already got 3 kids. Claiming another's just greedy, isn't it?
That's not what I meant. Like D.I. Simmons said, maybe you're still getting used to the idea.
Or maybe it's too late. I mean, he's survived this long without having anything to do with me.
You gonna answer that? Charity, it could be important.
Hello?
Who was it?
He hung up. Do you think the police have given Ryan my number?
Dunno.
I bet they have. And I bet that was him just changing his mind. Oh, come on, answer!
Maybe it was just a nuisance call.
Maybe it wasn't.